Why do you consider North Carolina landlord and tenant fair? And how does it compare to other states?
I don't know why some state legislators view landlords as the enemy. We're providing housing for people who otherwise are unable to purchase their own home. In some states, they've taken away the ability to use credit as a determining factor whether you're going to rent for somebody or not. Well, credit directly correlates to somebody's ability to pay their bills. The problem is a lot of politicians hear one story from some bad apple and want to change the law for the entire state. And they need to realize this. It should be landlord fair, tenant fair in California. I get a lot of clients from out there because they say, I had a tenant who didn't pay, they stopped paying, and it took me over a year to evict them for non-payment. That's ridiculous, right? If you non-pay your mortgage, you're going to get foreclosed on. They're going to reach out. Simple as that. It should be the same way. In Carolina, I call it landlord fair. If you don't pay, you're pretty much going to be out within 45 to 60 days. It's not like, hey, I'm going to file on you the next day. I'm going to have court the next day after that. And then you're going to be out by the end of the week. It doesn't work that way. It's typically 10 days. You get your rent's due on the 1st. You have a grace period till the 5th. So you can send them the 10-day demand on the 6th. And then 10 days later on the 16th, you can file for your eviction, but you may not have a court date for 2 or 3 more weeks after that. And then you go to court. And if it's non-payment, you'll win as long as your paperwork's all in order and you gave proper notice. And then there's a 10-day appeal period where you can't do anything. And if they don't appeal, then you can file for possession to do a lockout, which in my experience is very rare. And then you wait on the sheriff to contact you to set that appointment. That could be another 2 or 3 weeks. So you're looking at 2 months, right? So month and a half to 2 months. I think that's landlord fair, right? If you don't pay, if your rent's $1,800 a month and you don't pay and you get evicted, well, you've got 2 months to go find somewhere that's cheaper. And you can find them because they're out there. Unfortunately, some states hate landlords. The ancillary benefit of that for me is we get a lot of clients from those states. They're just selling their property out there and 1031 them out here in North Carolina.